David Francisco getting booed out of the room here in Sutton by the fans.
The jealousy in this room is disgusting.
I'd say, I don't know if David Francisco cares, but the look on his face, he looks a bit heartbroken.
I don't think you're qualified to digest the look on his face, thank you very much.
To be honest, if David Francisco comes over here, I'm just going to give him my headset, because last time he stole it.
Sounds like wisdom to me. I've never had a problem with the man myself, never stole anything from me. Maybe he didn't deserve it.
He also shot Charles Samuel's entire upper body behind the door in our merch stand. It was a vicious, vicious fight. David Francisco not quite standing on that chair right, and the fans letting him know about it. David not happy about the fans getting on him for a little mishap he had there.
Lack of appreciation in this room. I know the feeling. Now the stupid microphone doesn't work. Typical Mac behaviour.
The crowd not letting David Francisco get a word in edgewise. Say what you want about David Francisco, that is a fantastic ring jacket.
You do have some style, well done. I feel like I'm rubbing off on you. As you can see, I've taken off my blazer to make you feel more comfortable. You're welcome.
Whoever designed that ring jacket's got an eye for detail. Good work. Here comes Joel Redman, David Francisco's opponent. Francisco looking warily back at the entrance. Joel Redman is jacked. This is... The fans welcoming back Joel Redman after a long hiatus from FPW.
Make it longer if you ask me.
This is an interesting one. Two veterans of the ring, both in excess of 10 years experience. David Francisco has been in this game a long time, teaching the next generation of wrestlers. I don't know what he's teaching them about attitude. I hope not a lot.
He teaches them how to win. How to win, how to look good, how to dominate, how to be an athlete, how to be a champion. Something you know very little about, Bobby.
Joel Redman, though, been around the block a few times himself. David Francisco immediately taking a pounder to the outside. Look at the physique of Redman.
It's called sportsmanship on the outside. Have I not taught you anything this afternoon?
I stopped listening to you about half an hour ago.
That's a big part of the problem.
David, they're not cheering for you.
They should be.
Joel Redman, sportsmanlike, shaking the referee's hand.
Shaking the hands of the referee. He needs to be impartial. That's no fraud.
The referee hasn't called for the bell yet. Joel Redman having a bit of fun at David Francisco's expense. David not taking it well at all. David came incredibly close to becoming FPW champion at the last show. Took Charles Samuels to the limit. And it's these kind of tactics that help him. David Francisco loves the mind games, loves the dirty tactics, knows what he can get away with. We are underway, the bell has gone, tie up in the center of the ring. You've got to think if it comes to power, Redman's going to have the advantage, but technique, I might give it to David Francisco. Chest, there you go, there's the power I'm talking about. Redman sending Francisco across the ring. Francisco hiding in the ropes one more time.
I think you underestimate the skill, ability, agility, and experience of Francisco.
Tie up again, Coronel in the middle of the ring. Redman takes control of Francisco's left arm. David Francisco is a southpaw. That left arm is his advantage.
Everything about Francisco is his advantage.
Off
He
the
wakes
rope,
up, he has an
Francisco
advantage.
getting the better of the shoulder tackle. Momentum on his side, wiping out Redman.
Yes.
Francisco
Asking the crowd if he's to punch him. Yes, he should. Punch him in his chin.
Francisco still looking, despite getting the better of that exchange, still looking wary of Redman. Avoids the sidestep, gets the waist lock. Redman reverses, shoots the half. Sends Francisco around, gets that arm ringer, working that left arm again. Redman has clearly done some homework on Francisco, knows to work that left arm. That is Francisco's power arm. That is where he'll hit the ruckus from. Tying up the arm in a key lock, stretching back. Francisco rings out his arm.
Redman showed an element of nastiness that I quite have an appetite for. If he could simply stop pandering to this audience and get on with the fight, I would love him to bits.
Sends Francisco off the ropes, ducks down low. Francisco getting the better of the shoulder tackle one more time.
Francisco's in the fight. He doesn't care about the audience. He's in the fight.
Francisco using that momentum now, not pandering to it, insulting the audience.
Instructing, informing. As you said earlier, he's a teacher. He's a fighter and a teacher. A great man. Legend in the making.
Francisco offering a test of strength. Now this where he might fall down. You got to think there's a slight height advantage for Joel Redman and a definite strength advantage. Francisco must have a tactic going into this. Knuckle lock tie up with the one arm. Oh, Francisco getting the better of Redman in that test of strength. Though Redman looks like he may be suckering Francisco in. I don't think David Francisco sees what Redman's doing. Straight up to his feet, test of strength. Joel Redman getting the better of Francisco, twisting those wrists. Wrists very sensitive. Francisco goes to the gut.
The crowd has thrown David off his game.
One more time, Redman's going to look for the shoulder tackle. Leapfrog. This time Redman gets it. San Francisco reeling. Two shoulder tackles. The momentum fully on Redman's side. Francisco hits the mat one more time. Three shoulder tackles by Redman.
And here you see the wisdom of Francisco. Getting a breather, creating space and distance, re-strategizing, getting his thoughts together, and coming back again, harder and stronger. This is a thought of a champion, of a winner, of a dominant man.
Francisco looks perplexed as to why the audience don't like him, and I've got a list, David, if you want to come read it.
The list is wrong, don't read it.
Redman sneaking up on Francisco. Francisco running for it. Back into the ring. Straight onto Redman. Redman suckers him in though. Francisco misses the elbow drop. Shoulder tackle. Roll over by Redman. Head of steam. What a clothesline. Taking down Francisco. And another. The power of Joel Redman fully on display. Into the fireman's carry. Francisco fighting it, but Redman's just too strong. Francisco slips out the back. Redman winding up and Francisco backing off in an instant.
That's wisdom. This is wrestling. It's not boxing. You shouldn't hit him with a closed fist.
David Francisco holding on the ropes, draping Redman over in the second rope, kicking that rope into his nose. Low drop kick to the gut.
Redman has muscle weights. He can't breathe. Those muscles are useless.
Neckbreaker over the knee of Francisco. Redman left lying in the middle of the ring. Francisco using that technique, that wrestling background of his to take advantage of this match. What a left hand. Redman not feeling the effects though. Shaking them off like they're nothing. Chest chop and a pec left by Redman. And Francisco goes down with a chest chop. Redman showing Francisco how it's done. Francisco sent across the ring. Big back body drop. Francisco turned inside out into the cover by Redman. This could be it.
Kick out.
2 count for Redman.
Great comeback.
Francisco taking charge again. Just a stomp to the face. Nasty by David Francisco.
Sometimes nasty is necessary.
It's not that it doesn't work, it's just that it's not fair. Redman, though, fighting out of the corner. Irate by Francisco.
Some people are born to lose, some people are born to win. Life isn't fair.
Redman sent across the ring, shoulder first. Francisco looking very pleased with himself.
As he should do. He deserves it.
Francisco into the cover. Quite a lackadaisical cover. He did have the arms, the hands across the shoulders of Redman, but didn't hook a leg. Headlock now. Redman looking for the bottom rope with that foot, but Francisco dragging him back to the center.
Francisco will keep him there until he's ready to take him out of that hold. Not the rope, not the ref, not Redman, when he is ready.
Hey, I think Redman's power advantage might have something to say about that. He's got his hips back underneath him. Francisco, they're holding on tight, trying to wrench it in even harder. Redman makes his way back to his feet. Arm drag. Francisco straight back on the headlock though. Redman reverses, sends Francisco off the ropes. Fireman's carry. Francisco worms out the back one more time. Waist lock. Tries to roll through for the cover. Redman holds the top rope. Back into that fireman's carry position. Redman has Francisco. Francisco one more time slides out. Whatever Redman is looking for with that fireman's carry position, Francisco is very wary of. Out to the outside, onto the apron. One right hand by Redman, who heads to the top rope. Redman, crossbody, taking down Francisco. Someone the size and density of Joel Redman landing on you with all their weight. That must have taken the wind out of Francisco.
I think what we'll see is Francisco has actually taken another moment to gather himself. There's a lot of depth in that fighter.
Both men now on the ground. Referee to the count of two. Both men trying to catch their breath. Redman makes his way back to his knees. The crowd trying to G him up. Holding his hand, like you said, winded, Richard. Crowd firmly behind Redman, chanting with Joel. There's that left jab. Right jab by Redman. Francisco firing back. Those jabs having a little more effect deeper into this match. That may be Francisco's tactic. Drag Redman into those deep waters. Use that experience. Use that ring time he's had recently around the country to test the gas tank of Redman. What a chest chop and another one. Francisco reeling now. Redman in charge. Sending Francisco across the ring. Winds up. Francisco holds up to the top and then powder again to the outside. Francisco's had enough.
Both men, to their credit, digging down very, very deep. And Francisco again, the master strategist, the detail, what he's doing right now, only champions really understand what's happening.
Francisco leaving the ringside area, going backstage. We don't have a camera back there. Redman chasing Francisco, sending him back to the ring. Redman doesn't want to win this by counter. He wants to win it by... Oh my God, as Redman stepped through the ropes, Francisco kicks it into the groin. Low blow. The Nat 20 into the cover and nearly gets the win. The low blow using the rope, followed by the Nat 20. David Francisco cannot keep Joel Redman down.
This crowd have no idea what they're talking about. We are moments away from David Francisco showing everybody why he's the best and they are wrong.
Francisco grabbing the fingers, joint manipulation. Pulling him into, looking for that Gotch pile driver. He's finished a lot of matches with this pile driver, but Redman just too strong still. Dumps Francisco with the back body drop. Francisco straight to his feet. Super kick by Redman. There he is, into the fireman's carry one more time. Death Valley driver into the cover, and that is it.
Francisco digging down deep and kicking out. This match is still alive.
That Death Valley jackhammer straight into the cover. Francisco kicking out at 2.9. Joel Redman nearly getting the win in his return to FPW.
It was a 2, not a 2.9.
Redman back to the top, stalking David Francisco in the middle of the ring. Francisco dragging referee Tom in the way. Redman retreats from the top, moves referee out the way. David rolls through, looking for the cover. he comes. Francisco had the trunks, rolls through, holding the trunks, and gets the win.
And just like that,
David Francisco,
the winner,
cheating to get the win,
the winner,
rolling up Joel
the
Redman,
winner,
taking his trunks.
It just goes to show, as I said all along, it was a strategy. He took him outside, he made him run around the whole building after. In the end, it was the simplest move in the book, but executed perfectly that won in this match.
Joel Redman demonstrating with the ref and with our ring announcer Matt that he was screwed out of that win as David Francisco pulled the trunks. Redman looking disheartened, as you would. Your return ruined by a cheap roll-up.
Some call it cheap, some call it just the price.